it is, again, quite possible that those feelings of deja vu connected to a person or a place stem from past lives. Although I think most of the time, those are not the cause of our feelings of deja vu. We are multidimensional beings. Deja vu hints at the grandiosity of the adventures we have in time and space, and the fact that we are in many places at the same time. The second of three reasons that we sometimes feel deja vu, very simply, advanced planning, out-of-body journeys. We are not stuck inside of our bodies, not during our waking hours, and most certainly not during our sleeping hours. And that you have dreams, that you have fears, means that there is this inner essence in you that's strategically figuring out the terrain. Where am I going to go? Who am I going to talk to? How am I going to unleash the avalanches of abundance that are my birthright? And so we're always calculating and scheming and dreaming and fearing. And therefore we have, if you will, emissaries that we send out. Fragments of ourself. 24/7. Right now, you're probably in this room with me, part of you. And you're in a million other places simultaneously in ways that would boggle the human brain. You're never in just one place at a time. It's your exquisite focus as a human being that you've learned to ignore all the other sensory information that's now available to you. But that doesn't mean that you're not out there all the time, and that doesn't mean when you have dreams or fears that you aren't literally calculating, testing the waters, going where you have not yet been physically. Out-of-body experiences, some people call it, and the like, waking or in asleep, or while asleep. And so, in your scouting of pathways, possibilities, new friends, things to avoid, things to manifest, you may have encountered the terrain, physical or emotional or human, that would best serve you. And you met that person, 3.5 months ago in an altered state, out of body, and the logistics have been lining up based on your ever-present dreams, desires, and results, as have they. And suddenly there is this crossing of paths that was not ordained by destiny, but ordained by you checking out the terrain and going there in advance. It could be a physical location that you have visited out of body and drawn yourself to in the waking state. Now you're there and it feels so comfortable. It feels so familiar. Their laugh, their voice, and the things that you're doing. Hey, you've been there before. The third reason, and probably the most common reason, is evidenced by your thoughts becoming things, or a byproduct of your thoughts becoming things. Your imagination is what paves all roads. Okay, and so that you have dreams and fears, not only do you go out and test the waters, but sometimes you create that world here. There's literally a world in your mind. And the instant you create that vision, it comes to life and it exists. And all of the elements of time and space from that point forward, as long as you hold on to the vision or the fear or whatever it is assembled and draws you to the equivalent in time and space. And when you meet the physical equivalent, aka the manifestation of what you were dreaming of, or in some cases fearing, you're going to have that sense of, I've been here. I knew it. This is just like I pictured it. All right. Remember that Stevie Wonder song, New York City, just like I pictured it. That's life on earth, just like you pictured it, because we are, as I love to say, streaming manifestors. But there is a buildup of energy. So these images in your mind are gaining and gaining and gaining strength before you are given permission to either stream them in place or meet what is a mass production, and it can then be part of your production because it was the nearest equivalent to what you were thinking about. Sunshine, roses, happy dolphins, happy dances, all good and wonderful things. And while several times in this answer I've alluded to our dreams and our fears, think not that they have equal opportunities to become the experiences of your life. As I have shared countless times in these tune-ups, you are of God, by God, pure God, inclined to succeed, born to thrive. You're here to bloom. And so thoughts in alignment with that become things far quicker than thoughts that are contrary to that, aka your fears. Yes, you can manifest your fears, but it takes a whole lot more work than manifesting your dreams and joy and happiness and love. So as long as you're on the case and you're doing something about thinking positive and moving in that direction, even when it seems to be against the odds, even when in the other 18 hours of your waking day you're terrified, you will prevail. You will prevail. This is your nature. You're pushed on to greatness every single day. Hallelujah, fellow adventurers. Thanks for this opportunity. Great to see you on this fine day. Glad you could lend one of your fragments here to be in this room to play with me. Life is such a feast, such a banquet. When it comes to deja vu, don't overinterpret. Don't think, oh, this must mean something was meant to be. But do let all feelings of deja vu hint and speak and whisper to you as reminders of your awesome intergalactic, multidimensional self, because you are amazing and all things are possible for you. Okay? Please post these great questions down below on Facebook and or Instagram on the day of a live broadcast. That means today, if you would like them answered tomorrow or in the coming week. All right? Thanks so much, and I want to remind you again, you can become a certified Infinite Possibilities trainer in 2 weeks with me, 4-day conference. Lots of fun. Scare yourself with excitement of what's possible in your life. Click the link below on Facebook and swipe up to my bio in Instagram. Look for the Infinite Possibilities certification. All right, see you there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Taliho amigos, and thanks so much to all the peeps who come out and share with me on these fine mornings. Let me look for some of your names right now. Elaine, Martine, glad you are here. Diana, and on Instagram, Lori, Nache Mel, Nature Autumn Lover. Me too. All right, love you more. Hasta la pronto.